Hello, hi, I'm Patricia McNeely. I'm an illumined Blu-ray twin flame from Chicago. How are you? Hey, so this is what I want to talk to you about today. Why your body and soul will get you out. A lot of people think this is a mind thing or it's willfulness. Your soul wants you out of the entire old paradigm and the old levels and the old patterns and all the old stuff that you've been burdened with. Do you know why? Because it's heavy. It's too heavy and it's painful and it's tiring and exhausting. Isn't it exhausting to keep some of this stuff up? Oh, you betcha. What about it though? Because a lot of people will say, yeah, I don't know about this twin flame thing, like it's a thing. This is evolution. This is your brand new body. This is your twin flame body. Your twin flame body, right here, love heals. Your twin flame body heals you with love, allows the love to get through, allows it all the way through. So I'm going to tell you what's really good about this Lion's Gate that we just passed through, because a lot of people are trying to find the answers, and sometimes you're looking for love in all the wrong places, and it's not going to show up there because you know why? You know where it is? You want to know? You want to know? You want to know? Right? It's right here. It's always ever has been in the heart. Always ever has been in the heart. In the heart. Actually connected to you. You're connected and you're connected to love despite yourself, despite your twin, despite whatever the two of you have thought, you're connected. And that is how and why your body will get you out. What is the other reason? It's time. It's finally time that this is here. Why? Because deep love is moving in. Deep love, deeper than you've ever been capable of. Deeper than you were ever able to get to before your other lives were cut short. That's true. And some of you don't remember, but I do know because I do those readings for people. I'm able to see your past lives, to see what's happened, to see where was the love cut short, why the blocks, why the things that need to be removed. You know what the other good thing is? You, if you haven't already, and some people will understand that this is a merge of sorts, or you could call it a merge, you could call it many things, an activation, but I'll put it very simply. You will be shoved into each other. Yes, that's true. Your astral body is getting shoved right back in. It's not going to be floating out there. It's not going to be like a floating head. It's not going to be giving you fragments of conversation and distorted, garbled messages. Not at all. The next thing is no more hanging on to old situations, living spaces, lovers, family, money situations. All kinds of your relationships are going to need to shift and change and upgrade. It just so happens I am running a class on that about abundance, relationships, and love this coming up weekend. Are you having some of the money constrictions? Do you understand why finances are being constricted and what to do about it? First of all, you're not intended to create in the old paradigm anymore. That's a big piece of it. But there could be many, many reasons, many of which I'm going to cover in my class. And don't even say that money isn't a part of this. Money is a modicum of exchange, and yes, everyone needs money. It's the rare person who doesn't need some kind of money. It is absolutely true. And those of you who believe that, I guess you're seeing your way out the door. So, we'll see you later because it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. This is still happening whether you don't like some of these subjects, whether these are busting you out of your comfort zones or not. or busting you out of your discomfort zones. How about that? How about what this energy is bringing is breaking you out of your discomfort zones that you've had to live in, not just in this life, but for lifetimes, lifetime after lifetime of the same type of karmic baloney that you're up to here with and you're done. And not only that, your soul is done. Your soul is done and your soul will get you out. A lot of people think they may not want this, but you know what? It's not even just your heart that moves you along. It's your soul. Your soul wants you out of all that old stuff. What's that? But you like it there? But maybe you haven't experienced exactly how really good that this can be. Okay? Is there hanging on to old situations? So let's just talk about one side here. Are you hanging on to old situations? Are you not sure what to do? Have you come into something new, such as property, or has someone in your family died and you're experiencing a lifestyle change? Do you have to move? Are you hanging on to some old situations? Are there living spaces that need to change? Do you need new roommates? Do you need a new place? Do you need to be closer to work? Do you need work? What about returning to the workforce? Because a lot of people will feel that urge. They feel to return to the workforce but hesitate because they will say, gosh, what if the same situations come up? People are against me. People make me nervous. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. What if it winds up with the same thing? Aha. Au contraire, what if it winds up being not the same thing? What if it winds up being one of those blessings in disguise that something happened only to get you to a new level? Okay, there's an entirely new level. It's not a new paradigm like people are saying. The paradigm was for learning. If you didn't learn your karmic lessons by now, don't worry about it because it just doesn't matter. I'm going to take a cue here from Bill Murray in this film Meatballs, where they find out they're losing. They're like, gosh, the whole other team, like they kept winning. We're losing. We're life's losers. And he does this little motivational thing where he's like, it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Do you want to know why it doesn't matter? I'm going to show you. Because after this Lion's Gate, you cannot be submerged again. You know what's going to happen? You can't. You just keep bouncing up. Nobody can keep you under. And you just keep bouncing up. You know why that's possible? One reason. Your twin flame body, your body. Why your body is capable of helping you. Getting your channels open, getting things to reciprocate between each other, getting the love to circulate. That's on you. That is what I teach. But what's given is that's what you're here for. You already have the connection in your heart. You already are intended to live a life that's beyond the karmic level that you've already known for lifetimes. Lifetime after lifetime. And none of that stuff matters. There are things that do matter, of course, but all the old stuff, the lovers, okay? So many people, they have this question. Why did he tell me he just wants to be friends? If you're going to buy that, I have a bridge to sell you, okay? If you have that belief that somehow it means something different, I'll tell you what it does translate into. It translates into this. I will take whatever you freely offer and pretend to be your friend, but I'm not really sure I can be a true friend to you because there's some weirdness between us. And I'd rather just let you down easy. That's what that means. And it's said to men and it's said to women because it's the same thing. What did she mean when she told me she just wants to be friends? She just sees me as a brother. Baloney, walk, okay? Because you're worth more, you deserve more, okay? And there is a lot that is going to shift and change that no longer matters from the old paradigm. But what does matter is your body and why your soul is moving you, and that it's time for deep love to move in. Deep love moving in means that you will purge things. You're going to purge ancestral things. You will see people around you very differently because they too are releasing their stuff, even if they don't know it. And so I had a very good message over the weekend. I played this little trivia game and I won this card, and it was called the Good Shepherd card. Okay, and on the back of this card, it had, some of you are familiar with this, but I'll explain it. It had Psalm 23. Okay, now what is that? So I'm going to say these words because these are very familiar to people. Oh, but I walk through the shadow of the valley of death, and I will fear no evil. And that is one wise person who wrote that, because you know what's happening right now. As you leave those old levels, you are seeing everyone's shadows, and you're like, ooh, I am walking through this valley and it is shadowy, and I'm seeing shade from people, and I'm seeing shadows, and I'm seeing people's weirdnesses, and my whole family's doing it, or the people at work are doing it, and it's like they're pushing me. Well, guess what? Keep on walking through the valley, because you will get to your destination. But what that translates to for you as a twin flame is there's two of you. Two of you are doing this, and two of you are getting yourselves together, and two of you are integrating, and two of you are getting deep love, which is moving in, and two of you have one soul, and two of you share body parts, and two of you will benefit from one of you getting some body work. And yes, that is what I do. I have my table back there. You can see it because I keep it in here for demos. I also do it in my studio. I do energetic body work. I can do it over the internet. I do it on the table. If you are in Chicago, please come, and you will find that we can get some stuff moving in an hour's time that you'd be surprised. I've been actually amazed myself and honored to be able to help people who've moved things and shifted it where they haven't been able to budget in years. And it works through me. It works because of the result of who I am, of who the angelic and the twin flame that I am. Not because of my head, not because of anything else, because I don't want to let my head into the whole equation. I want to feel and see what is the quickest, fastest way to get things moving. Get it on the move and out. Get it purged. Why? Because like it or not, you are in each other. And that's something that you've been hoping and wishing for. Please deliver. Please bring. Please be together. Okay, that's happening. It's not that your wishes aren't coming true. The physical togetherness relies on this. Otherwise, you will not have the stability to hold it together. The people you see break up may have been premature. It's not a criticism, but some of these other aspects may not have been in place yet. There's a lot of yets on this journey. You haven't done that yet. You haven't had that experience yet. You haven't activated this or that yet. Okay? So just remember yourself as being a being that cannot be shoved down anymore, can't be pushed behind a closed door, can't be hidden, can't be denied, can't be ignored. Okay? You are being heard. You're being heard where it counts. You may not be heard by the government or by your dad or by someone else, but we hear you. I hear you. I've heard it for years. I've heard it. I've gleaned it through people, even from the time of being a teenager. And I don't mean being an empath. I mean with those quick, sudden insights and flashes of recognition and past life occurrences that many times brought me to tears on behalf of the person, because it goes so deep. This goes so deep into history. This doesn't just go back to the time of ancient Egypt. And some of the things that people have had happen to them It's a little bit like having amnesia, but you won't have amnesia. When you get together, you can access these things. That's the beauty part of it. You won't actually need to have all these past life regressions. It might be a part of someone's growth, I won't deny that, and it might be something enjoyable. And be prepared for what you see, because when I do what I do see a lot. Some of it's pretty brutal, and yet it goes in a flash like that. It goes and we get it out and we get people into feeling deep love. Deep love is moving in. It is your natural state of being. It's your birthright. It is actually your birthright. Did you know that? You were born free. You were born wild and free like nature. You were born to fly. You were born to be a lover. Okay? No matter where you are in your life right now, you yourself are capable of holding so much love and receiving it. And that is what I specialize in. I like to get people to the point where they shift their energies and they can feel it pouring. Fill the cup of your heart with what it needs to be filled with. Okay? The cup of the heart is up here. Yeah, you can go on the table. I can do that because I actually find that to be a very helpful way of working with someone, where it's just all about the energies and shifting it. Do you even know that a lot of people don't know that this is possible? And yes, I am coming out with even more information to explain not only how it's possible, but how you yourself can help yourself with this. It is through the subtle bodies, the body, and your twin flame body. Your twin flame body is comprised of several subtle bodies. Those subtle bodies have connections to you. There's channels, which are sort of like tube-like structures that enable things to flow and circulate. There are chakras, which you might be familiar with, but those are called energy wheels. They're like little portals or funnels right where things can come in, energy can come in. But we're talking about energy. You know what it really is? It's love. It's love. And so when love wins, the things from the past cease to be as important as they might have seemed at one time, as terrible, as insurmountable maybe, okay? And you yourself and the world can no longer be submerged back into those dark ages, back into those medieval times, back into those ancient Greek lives where people were slaves or captives or any of it. Back into those times where there were diasporas, okay? Yes, all of the ill effects of a lot of that is popping out of people. Do you know what to do if it's your kids? If your kids are your children and they are the children of twin flames, you better believe they're going to pop out their stuff too. And kids do it in a big hurry. And I know this for a fact because I lived through it. Okay? Not only was I that child, I believe, who needed to separate from my parents, although I didn't realize it at the time, I am a parent and I've had my son with a lot of karmic stuff. Okay? Both of us did. Okay? Both of us as parents had to deal with our kids' karmas. And you might have things popping up out of your children that bewilder you, that really confuse you, and you might wonder, where did your sweet child go? They're in there. I know what to do to help them. And so how part of this begins is with a body session. I have several types of sessions. Some are 45 minutes long, some are an hour long. The one I recommend in this energy is the Psyche Body session to help you get a lot of the deep stuff out in a hurry. Anything that's a trauma, phobia, current life, traumatic experience, abuse situations, that's what that session is for. If you're interested in finding about improving your relationships and abundance, I want to explain to you something. I do some things a little bit differently than you might think of out there, because there's a lot of people with relationship advice. It's all over the internet. There's a lot of people with dating advice. Okay, this is as a twin flame. So it's not advice. It is incorporating your body to get things moving and doing it in a twin flamey way. Because twin flames, how we roll so differently than the rest of the world who are not activated. Even if people are going through their ascension symptoms, they may or may not be an activated twin flame, but you are. If you're watching this, you're drawn to it, more than likely you've had at least one activation. Ergo, you are a twin flame. You can't go into denial. You are, therefore you exist. So yes, and the answer is do it the twin flamey way. It's going to expedite things. What that means is it speeds things up. Why? Because you have brand new bells and whistles that a lot of you haven't even started to open up and try out. That's okay. You got plenty of time. But I'm going to say, how much time do you really have? You're not on the 5-year plan. You're not on the 10-year plan. You're on to the next few months into next year plan. And next year is going to look very different than this year was again. So there's more waves coming. There's a wave in October. There's a wave in the beginning of next year, and it's on. This has already been set in motion because, like I say, you cannot be held down anymore. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. And please check out the links below. Please subscribe. Okay, please subscribe. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed. If you have questions, if you are getting confused in this energy and you're not sure what to do or what to choose, write me. twinflamesmerge@gmail.com. There's a lot of people. I have actually really great go-to stuff that gets it done. So thanks so much.